Homicide rates are currently dropping, a series of Halloween shootings, and a man throws puppies out of his window during a police chase.
All that and more on your APSU-TV News. Welcome back to your APSU-TV News. I'm Breanna Franklin.
And I'm London Jones. Homicide rates are actually down in Nashville and Davidson County, despite an increase last month. Preliminary data shows the number of homicides in Nashville and Davidson County is still slightly under the number reported by this same time last year. Metro Police tell WKRN-TV that 94 homicides were reported last week of October. That's more than a dozen than the start of the last month, but still fewer than last year at this same time. The weekly report prepared by the Metro Police Crime Analysis Section provides data on offenses including homicide, rape, robbery, aggravated assault, burglary, larceny, motor vehicle theft, and arson. Arson offenses in Davidson County are not included in the public NNPD Uniform Crime Reports, UCR, because those offenses are investigated by Nashville Fire Department. Other notable stats from the report include a continuous rise in auto theft, which is up more than half compared to this same time period last year. Auto theft has risen more than 119% from last year.
About a dozen people are dead and many more are injured after numerous mass shootings that took place across the United States over the Halloween weekend. A gunman opened fire in Lewiston, Maine, killing 18 people and injuring another 13. WREG articles report that lawmakers and activists have reunited familiar calls for gun reform. However, the worst shooting of the weekend happened in Texarkana, Texas, leaving 3 people dead and 3 injured when gunfire broke out at a party Saturday night. Other shootings have happened in Tampa, Florida, Chicago, Indianapolis, and Dodge City, Kansas.
Police have a lot of questions after a deadly shooting at a gas station earlier this week. Metro Police tell WKRN-TV that one person was killed in the gunfire at the MAPCO at 365 Harding Place Tuesday morning. Investigators say the victim was shot near an SUV and died at the hospital. Police say they are looking for a black SUV with silver rims last headed towards Interstate 24. A police chase on Interstate 65 led to a crash, and then a discovery that many people did not expect: a malnourished mother and her 5 puppies. Metro Police say the dog and her puppies were thrown from the vehicle they were chasing early Tuesday morning. Officers say the man behind the wheel was 26-year-old Dalton Parks. Metro Police told WKRN-TV that Parks was allegedly resisted arrest as officers attempted to place him into handcuffs. While investigating the scene, a mother dog and 5 puppies were found. Metro Police say the dogs were malnourished and are now being cared for by animal control. Parks was taken into custody and charged with vandalism of government property, resisting arrest, felony evading, driving on a suspended license, assault of an officer, and 5 counts of aggravated animal cruelty.
The Kentucky Supreme Court is holding the sentence of a man convicted in a triple murder case. The High Court ruled in the case of Christian Martin, who was sentenced to 3 consecutive life sentences without the possibility of parole 2 years ago. WVIH reports that Martin was convicted of killing 3 of his neighbors, Edward Dansura, Calvin, and Pamela Phillips, in 2015. Later on in 2019, Martin was arrested at the Louisville airport as he was preparing to pilot a commercial flight for a major airline. Finally, in 2021, a jury found Martin guilty and sentenced him to 3 consecutive life sentences without the possibility of parole. The Supreme Court of Kentucky decided that he would be charged with 3 counts of murder, 2 counts of burglary, and 3 counts of tampering with physical evidence. A string of storage units thefts are under investigation in Clarksville. WSMV reports that many break-ins have happened since the beginning of August. Police say that at least 5 units at the Red Dot self-storage on Huntico were hit, but none of the locks have been broken or other obvious damage done to the units. When WSMV4 spoke with Robert Sullivan, he was very upset when he discovered nearly $20,000 worth of DJ equipment was taken from his unit. Sullivan was forced to cancel multiple wedding jobs this fall because he could not do them without his custom gear. And when WSMV4 went to his storage unit for this story, Sullivan said even more items, including a TV, had been taken since the last time he was there. Officers are asking people who use the facility to check their units to make sure nothing has been stolen. However, the issue still remains under investigation.
The Montgomery County Sheriff's Office is asking for the public's help in finding this man wanted on several charges, including aggravated assault against a law enforcement officer. Deputies told WKRN that Jacorvis Osborne also faces theft and evading arrest charges. Osborne is also wanted in several vehicle thefts in Guthrie, Kentucky area. Authorities say he is known to frequent the Summit Heights and South Guthrie areas. Osborne is considered dangerous, potentially armed, and may use fake names or aliases to avoid being caught. Anyone with information on Osborne's whereabouts is asked to call 911. Tips can also be placed via McAuliffe mobile app.
Attorneys for the family of a Nashville man shot and killed in a confrontation with police say the victim suffered from mental health issues and needed help from a crisis intervention team. Lawyers for the family of 30-year-old Josh Kersey said he was suffering from mental issues on October 9th at the home on Split Oak Trail in Antioch. Body camera footage from an officer on the scene shows a confrontation which appears to show Kersey on his back when he was fatally wounded. Authorities told NBC News that the police were answering a call at the home of Kersey's sister and mother. Kersey was allegedly holding another man at knife point. While Metro Police Crisis Intervention Team is usually called out in situations involving mental health crises, it did not happen in this case. The family stated he suffers from severe mental issues and that lawyers are currently reviewing all available options and legal action to be forthcoming, end quote. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation says the shooting is being investigated.
As Clarksville grows, some city leaders worry sidewalks are not keeping up. The city's average walkability score comes in at 18 out of 100. Ward 9 Councilwoman Karen Reynolds is proposing to expand sidewalks by adding them in areas near schools where new buildings are being constructed. The plans call for any new construction projects to add a complaint sidewalks, or builders can pay in lieu fee to go toward the city sidewalk fund. Reynolds also wants to make sidewalks ADA compliant. Currently, the federal government is in the process of adopting the public right-of-way access guidelines. To comply with those new rules, Reynolds wants to expand sidewalks from 4 to 5 feet where possible, providing enough space for 2 wheelchairs or scooters to pass. In addition, she said any obstacles for canes for the visibly impaired need to be removed. Reynolds will take her plans before the Clarksville City Council on Thursday evening, but does not expect a final draft of the proposal to be ready until next month. Stay tuned, we will be back with a political corner.
When you look at the number of disasters in the U.S., chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Wherever you see a flower, a bird, a beautiful tree, know that my love is with you as you bring our colorful stories to the world.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzz and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
There's so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
You want change. You want a community that supports you. You want the knowledge it takes to make a difference in this world. It's time to be more. It's time to be better. It's time to grow. The world you want to see starts with you. The life you want begins at Austin Peay State University. Learn more at apsu.edu.
Welcome back. I'm Jazmin Logan with the Political Corner.
Palestinians are now able to leave Gaza and seek refuge elsewhere for the first time since the start of the Israel-Hamas war. Some of the Hamas hostages were released, but more than 200 are still in captivity. Both Israel and Hamas are being accused of war crimes in the midst of this conflict. Nearly 36 journalists have been reported dead. The Palestinian death toll has reached more than 8,800, while the Israeli death toll has surpassed 1,400. Secretary of State.
The skies of northern Gaza illuminated with flares and explosives Thursday night. The bombings, which started shortly after last month's Hamas attack on Israel, have devastated the region, leaving many sections in shambles and claiming more than 9,000 lives.
The school was bombed and we got scared and kept crying. Then we kept walking, and went to the other school. It was very horrifying. We were scared.
President Joe Biden and other U.S. officials are warning Israel that the global outcry about the humanitarian suffering in Gaza could make it difficult for Israel to move forward with its military goals.
They are making efforts to try to minimize civilian casualties. That does not mean, and I did not say, that they aren't still causing some, that their operations aren't still causing some. They are, and each one's tragic.
Meanwhile, the House of Representatives passed a bill that provides more than $14 billion in aid to Israel. The GOP-led bill rescinds funds that had been allocated to the IRS and would be separate from any legislation on aid to Ukraine. However, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says the bill is flawed.
Instead, we will work together on our own bipartisan emergency aid package that includes aid to Israel, Ukraine, competition with the Chinese government, and humanitarian aid for Gaza.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
A political battle over abortion could affect military promotions. Senator Tommy Tuberville is blocking almost 400 military officers from promotions and confirmations. He refuses to stop until there is a new policy regarding traveling for abortions. Tuberville's fellow Republican senators agree with him about the policy, but do not condone potentially risking our national security to do so. Senator Ernst says Tuberville is using the nominees as, quote, political pawns, end quote. Many military officers have also spoken out about the damage these delays could cause. Wednesday night, some members of the House of Representatives hoped to make history, trying to expel one of their own for only the 5th time in U.S. history. Republican New York Senator Congressman George Santos is under fire for admittedly lying about his background and resume, and for federal fraud indictments to which he's pleaded not guilty. Emily Schmidt reports on the resolution and the congressman's resolve.
We got a lot of discussions this week. We'll see what happens.
Now that House Republicans have filled the speaker vacancy, some say it's time to create another job opening.
Let's rid George Santos of the House.
5 vulnerable New York Republicans sent a letter to their colleagues Wednesday urging them to vote yes on H.R. 773, a resolution that would expel first-term Congressman George Santos for being unfit to service.
He lied about everything, his education, his faith, the fact that his mother was a victim of 9/11, the fact that his grandparents were victims of the Holocaust.
I stand today to continue to prove my innocence of these allegations and charges leveled against me.
Santos has pleaded not guilty to 23 federal charges, including wire fraud and identity theft. Last week, a judge set a trial date for September 2024. Santos also faces a House Ethics Committee investigation. The committee said Tuesday it's contacted approximately 40 witnesses, reviewed more than 170,000 pages of documents, authorized 37 subpoenas, and will announce a next course of action by November 17th. So why would Congress act now?
I called for George Santos's expulsion at the very beginning of the year, and, I'm a man of my word.
Santos posted on social media he will not beg for his constitutional rights. The effort failed to get the 2/3 majority vote needed to expel Santos. For now, his job intact, even if his reputation is not. I'm Emily Schmidt reporting.
A law professor testified in court that the Constitution's insurrection clause applies to presidential candidates. Trump's attorneys motioned to dismiss this case, but the motion was denied. This case could prevent Trump from being on the 2024 election ballot. The Supreme Court has never ruled on this before, but they will most likely have the final say when it comes to this issue. Well, that's all I have for you guys today. Stay tuned for the weather after this short break.
After you joined our family, it was like, I really do feel complete now.
You want change. You want a community that supports you. You want the knowledge it takes to make a difference in this world. It's time to be more. It's time to be better. It's time to grow. The world you want to see starts with you. The life you want begins at Austin Peay State University. Learn more at apsu.edu.
After you joined our family, it was like,
I just turned this on.
Complete now.
You want change.
Right. Okay. Thanks for sticking with us for the weather. We had technical difficulties. Now let's get right into it. As we go into the current national temperature, we look at Seattle 56, Los Angeles 83, Denver 68, and as we took a look at Dallas 72, and as we look at Atlanta for it to be 64, and as we look at Chicago 57, and New York 60. And let's get into today's highs. We're going to check out Memphis down below 68, Clarksville 66, Nashville 66 also, Chattanooga 66, and Knoxville 63. As we look in today's lows, 42 in Clarksville, 44 in Memphis, 40 in Nashville, and as we look at 34 in Chattanooga and 32 in Knoxville. And we're looking for the temperature as today, 49 with 7% chance of 7 miles to wind. And today's night, we're going to look at 49 as the degrees for tonight. And we look at Friday, 66 as the high, 41 as the low for Friday. And tomorrow, 70 as the high and 45 as the low. And Saturday, we're going to look at 71 as the high and low is going to be 48. Then we get into Monday, 76 as high and low is 58. And we check Tuesday, 79 and as the low. 79 as the high and 42 as the low. That's all I have for you today for your local and national weather. APSU will be returning right after this with the Sports Zone.
Welcome back, Govs, to All Things Austin Peay Sports. I'm Maddalyn Stubblefield. The weather is changing, but our Austin Peay Sports teams have not. Let's get into one thing that has never been spoken of here in Stashville. Govs, we are getting our first ever Governors Hockey Club team.
We are standing here inside a vision turned into reality that has forever changed the dynamic of Austin Peay and the downtown Clarksville area. All of us with the Nashville Predators and Sabertooth Sports and Entertainment are proud to be a part of that. Thank you all for choosing us to become a part of it.
Thank you to our elected officials, member of our Austin Peay Board of Trustees, and to our community partners. F&M Bank Arena and our partnership with the Nashville Predators and Sabertooth Sports and Entertainment.
This new team will bring excitement to Austin Peay as it will be on the ice at the new F&M Bank Arena, as you saw. This ice hockey team will also be partnered with the Nashville Predators and Sabertooth Sports and Entertainment. Now on to more history that was made with our women's soccer team. On Sunday, the ladies' ASUN Conference Soccer Championship run came to an end as they had a tough loss against Florida Gulf Coast, 3-2. Alec Baumgart and Elena Owens had their first postseason goals from this game. Baumgart finished tied for second on the team with 3 goals, allowing her to have 10 total goals, tying her for the 15th most in program history. As well as Tori Case finished her Austin Peay career with 11 assists, which ranks her 6th all-time. We are so proud of your remarkable season, ladies. The women and men's golf team season came to an end as well. The men finished their season a couple of weeks ago with the Xavier Invitational as they finished in 9th place. The Govs had a remarkable season by always finishing in the top 10. We are so proud of you. These men will look to take a break and hit the green swinging for the spring season in February. Now on to the women's team, who finished their season earlier this week by playing Murray State in the Battle of the Border. These ladies fell to Murray to finish out their fall season, but that's not to mention their outstanding season, as they had 3 first-place wins. We are so proud of you ladies. They will also look to take a break and be back for the spring season in March. The women's volleyball team season is also coming close to an end as well. These ladies are on a 4-game losing streak as they are coming off a 3-0 loss against Lipscomb on Wednesday. However, these girls will look to turn things around as they are on the road to the Sunshine State to play North Florida tomorrow. Good luck, ladies. Finish the season off strong. Now onto the excitement for the homecoming football game last Saturday. Everyone was shocked here in Stashville as the game kept people on their toes. The Govs beat North Alabama 49-39, allowing us to have a 6-game winning streak, which is the best since 2019. They also were 3-0 in the UAC, and now they are ranked number 17. There are many remarkable plays and players to be mentioned in this game, but nonetheless should we mention Mike DeLillo, as his performance earned him FCS National Offensive Player of the Week by scoring 6 touchdowns. Not only did he earn that, but he tied the program record. As you can see, the Govs battled it out between the Lions all evening. We started out strong and came out the gate ready to do what they do best, which is win. But UNA would come out in the second half ready to keep us on our toes. The Govs defended the fort again, but will look to be on the road tomorrow to take on our rivals, Eastern Kentucky. Then the Govs will finish the regular season at Forterra with 2 games on November 11th and 18th. Let's go, Govs! That's all the time we have this week for all things Austin Peay Sports here in Stashville. Just a reminder to go out and support your Govs. A schedule of all the athletic teams can be found on the Let's Go Peay social media and website. Have a great week, and like always, I am Maddalyn Stubblefield saying Let's Go Peay.
My Shiro doesn't always wear a cape, but she always has time for a hug, a smile, for going the extra mile. My Shiro stretches every dollar, puts in long hours, puts others first. But now it's your time, Mom. When you're ready to retire, we want you to be able to enjoy it. It's time to start saving now. A free 3-minute online chat can give you the personalized tips you need to start boosting your retirement savings today. Visit aceyourretirement.org.
For something to fill your calendar or pique your interest, a new Austin Peay research project is focusing on things that fly at night at Fort Campbell. But we are not talking about helicopters. Actually, tricolored and little brown bats are the focus of a new research project funded by a $2 million grant from the U.S. Army. Dr. Catherine Hayes is leading the project, which is set for 10 years. Hayes says the grant is quite rare for this kind of research. Hayes and her other cohorts have found in their previous studies these kinds of bats are known over Middle Tennessee. The researcher says the big picture is trying to understand a lot of different components of the life cycle and the life histories of multiple bat species in the Southeast. She adds that everyone, especially those of drinking age, should care about this research. Hayes says, quote, "I always joke that if you like margaritas or tequila, you got to like bats because the agave plant is pollinated by bats. So without bats, you wouldn't have margaritas," end quote. Not to mention, this research proves to be a pivotal step in growing Austin Peay's biology department for the next 10 years.
This Veterans Day is an evening filled with shocking illusions, comedy,
and wild juggling acts, all in honor of our brave service members. Host Jeff Borison is bringing together a lineup of world-class performers for the Veterans Day variety show at the Roxy Regional Theater on Saturday, November 11th at 7 in the evening. Free admissions for active duty military and veterans. Ticket information is at roxyregionaltheater.org, by phone at 931-645-7699, or even at the theater during box office hours, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, and 1 hour prior to curtain. APSU Halloween percussion concerts were sold out again this year. After 39 years, this year finished with a bang. The Percussion Ensemble is now fine-tuning their last Christmas concert in December. John Davis with more on the story.
The Halloween percussion concert wrapped up its sold-out season. Professor David Steinquest, who has been putting on the beloved Halloween and Christmas concerts, is retiring after 39 years this spring. I caught up with Dr. Steinquest during the rehearsals.
We dress up in costumes, we decorate the place, we play all kinds of Halloweeny music. It's a great show for anybody from little kids to grandmas. Mm-hmm. How about that?
Carlos Martinez, a percussionist, tells us how many months they've been getting ready for the concert.
We started at the beginning of the school semester, and then up until October is when we are practicing just for this concert. We play different things for different songs, so right now I'm just scooting around in the mallet instrument area, and then sometimes I play drum set.
Tyler Rose, a music education major, shares how much the concerts mean to the community.
The Halloween concerts here at Austin Peay are a tradition. They usually sell out each year, and it's a really big thing for the percussion studio. It's special to the Austin Peay community as well as the Clarksville community.
Students love the experience of working with Mr. Steinquest.
Mr. Steinquest has been amazing. I've been here for 4 years, and he's been the only reason keeping me here, and he's just awesome.
Steinquest shares his thoughts hours before the Halloween concert.
It's the last one, but it may be the very best. Music's great, everybody's playing great. I think my weird little story that I'm going to weave is kind of cool. So, keep our fingers crossed. Hopefully it works. It's the very end, and I'm not going to say anything else. Just, you have to see it.
Dr. Steinquest's farewell Christmas concert is set for Friday afternoon, December 1st from 1:30 to 3. We wish him the best of luck. John Davis, APSU-TV News.
So, I'm assuming everyone had a great Halloween weekend and week. So, can you guys talk a little bit about what you guys did for Halloween? Anything exciting?
Well, I'll start. Of course, I talked about my Statue of Liberty costume. That went great. Everyone loved it. I didn't see any matching or any other people in the same costume, so that was always exciting. It was a fun time. But what about y'all?
I watched a movie. I watched Halloween 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that. I'm afraid of scary movies. I can only watch them in the daytime, but
I
that sounds
love
great. So, what is everybody's plans for Thanksgiving?
Being with the family.
Yes.
Just having not to realize Veteran Day coming on, so we gotta support our troops.
Yes, of course. We love that. Anything else exciting for the break?
I'm just ready to go home and eat. Just take it
every
moment.
Yes, I'm very excited for the food. Yes, that would be great.
Do y'all have any favorite Thanksgiving foods, like the turkey or cranberry sauce?
Oh, I love ham
and
dressing.
I love the stuffing.
Oh, the stuffing for
so
sure.
good.
Yes, I love that.
And of course the turkey.
The turkey. Yes.
That's the highlight.
So are y'all the type of people that celebrates Christmas before Thanksgiving, or do y'all do Thanksgiving then Christmas? Because that's what's irking my nerves.
Yeah, Thanksgiving then Christmas. I can't mix all of
first.
it. But yeah, very excited for the holidays, and I hope everybody has a great holiday.
Yeah.
We had a great semester with all new crew. Today is the last newscast for the semester. We look forward to seeing everyone in the spring. Make sure to follow us on Facebook at APSU-TV Clarksville and Instagram at APSU_TV. Thank you for watching your APSU News Update, and as always, let's go Peay!
My mic is on, bro. Look.